What's going on, guys? It's Conscious One coming at you. Usually I don't talk about football games too much. Well, I used to a while ago back in Vegas, but it's something going on, something strange going on with this Florida and Georgia game, guys. I'm gonna leave a couple of screenshots and also I'm gonna leave a couple of clips for you guys to check out. One clip, something strange happened. This guy was going over some information about football games, and I had already had Florida and Georgia in mind. I really believe that Florida could possibly upset Georgia as I look at the lines, and I know that this is a neutral site field. I could be wrong. I could be horribly wrong. Maybe Georgia totally embarrasses Florida. However, Florida did beat them last year pretty bad, and we saw when Texas A&M upset Alabama, and so things happen when people least expect them. But all I know is that when a game is on a neutral field, anything can happen. And I look at the lines and I'm just like minus 600 Florida. Like if they favored by 14 points, they that line that money line should be like minus 1500 or something like that. Not minus 600. So the fact that this is at a neutral field and looking at the lines and knowing the history, uh, and knowing that this is a neutral site game, I know that this game is a toss-up game. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna leave some clip screenshots for you guys to check out, and also I'm gonna leave a clip. It was very strange. This guy is talking about college football, giving his predictions, and then all of a sudden, when he gets to the Georgia Florida part, it just mutes out, no sound. And I'm thinking, what's up with that? Not to be thinking conspiratorial, but with all the stuff that's been going on with my phone and people not getting my messages and audios cut off and all this censoring going on. YouTube is doing a lot of censoring. I said to myself, why did his audio cut off when he starts talking about Georgia and Florida? Is there something YouTube don't want people to know about? And so the same guy on who did the video commented to me that he wouldn't be the least surprised if Florida actually beat Georgia. So this is a game y'all definitely want to look at. All right. So I'm gonna let y'all check these clips out. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
We go to the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. I don't know if they still call it that. I don't think they do, but it was for the longest time. Georgia and Florida in Jacksonville, that neutral site game they have every year. Georgia, 14-point road favorites, 51 the total. I think this is a sneaky over, if you ask me, this game, Georgia and Florida. I think it can get there. Look, we just saw Florida give up 49 points to LSU, and LSU just got shut down by Ole Miss. I think Florida, and we know Georgia's not, explosive offensively, but they're good offensively, and they can do damage against a defense we don't trust. And I don't trust the Florida defense right now. Simple as that. And look, even for Georgia with Stetson Bennett at quarterback, who's filled in admirably for the injured JT Daniels, look at what they've done. They've scored 56, 40, 62, 37, 34, and 30, this Georgia team. I think they're good for 30 to 35, 38 points in this game. All you need is like 14 from Florida, and you've got a very good chance to go over the total in this game. And I think it can get there. Rather than a side, it's a lot of points to be laying in a neutral field with Georgia, but Florida pretty much embarrassed them last year, 44-28. They beat Georgia with Kyle Trask at quarterback. I think Georgia, this is not one game where Georgia may let their foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah.
They have a chance to punch in late scores. Florida kind of humiliated them last year. They might. So I wouldn't want to step in front of Georgia in this game, but I might bet the over here, 51. I think it could get there. What do you think here, Connor?
Man, I think they remember that loss last year, Georgia. And this defense, I don't know how Florida does much. I mean, they get a couple scores, maybe. So it's for me, this is Georgia. I don't know about the total. I wouldn't take the over. I'd only take the under. Until this defense cracks for me, it's only the under. And I'd lay it Georgia first half, full game. One of these games is gonna be tight here. Maybe this is it. I think they got 5 or 6 weeks left. Their schedule's pretty easy too. So maybe it's here.
Yeah, this should be interesting. And you're right, just because of that loss last year to Florida, this could be a game where Georgia wants to really make a statement. And look, that Florida team, Emory Jones, Anthony Richardson, Dan Mullen's going back and forth. And sometimes when you're going back and forth with two quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. And maybe it's starting to look that way here for Florida. We'll see how they fare here. But yeah, in theory, it does seem like maybe you look a first half full game split here on Georgia in this game.
Johnny Talk Sports in with the week compared to Hudson Card. Baylor's offensive line has only given up 6 sacks all season long. So I think this is going to be a game that comes down to which team is going to run the football the best. And I think I'm going to give the small edge to Texas. And I also want to point out that Texas, well, I'm pointing it out for like the third time now, but they've been heartbroken in their last 2 games. They're going to be motivated in this one. They're going to play their hearts out in this game, and they are ultimately going to pull off the upset against Baylor on the road. I like the Longhorns in this game. Moving on to our next game this week. Next, we have a big showdown in the SEC West. Ole Miss and Auburn. Ole Miss is third in total offense, mainly with Matt Corral under center. 15 touchdown passes to only 1 interception, and Matt Corral is also the leading rusher on this Rebels team, as he is looking like one of the front runners, if not the front runner, for the Heisman Trophy. And Auburn is 30th in total offense. And I also got to acknowledge Bo Nix has had his moments in his career, whether if it's positive or negative moments, but he has only thrown 2 interceptions this season. So he's playing some cleaner football, but he's only thrown 8 touchdown passes this season. But Auburn's strength is their running game. Tank Bigsby is averaging 5.2 yards per carry, while